What's up, peeps? Modern Warfare 2 beta just dropped and we're about to check, does it have FOV for console? Let's go ahead and find out. So something that I did notice before we drop in is that both the beta and Warzone 2 are like in the same game. So if we have FOV right now, that means that we will have console FOV on Warzone 2.0. Now again, I am playing on next gen, so most likely these are just going to be next gen settings, but we're going to go ahead and settings, and we got controller, keyboard, and graphics. Now usually they're being graphics, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at graphics right here. And if we go ahead and take a look, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do have, obviously we got world motion, but we're going to touch these off just because, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom here. Depth of field, we're going to call this off. But yeah, here we go. We got FOV, and these are the things that we got for the FOV. All right, we're going to show you right there what we get. So we get all the way up to, let's see how much FOV we get, up to 120 FOV. Usually I don't like using this. I usually like running like 109 when I used to play the games like Siege in the PC. Then you got the ADS field of view affected. Obviously, so that means that if you have independent, as you guys can see right there, aiming down sights to the field of view to its usual value. And then that means if you have affected, when you zoom in, you'll kind of like zoom into what that FOV is. So again, just depending on which one you like. And then we also, something pretty interesting here is that we do have the third person field of view as well. So if you guys didn't know, there was a third person mode available, and you also can put the FOV on this one as well. So this one only goes up to 90 because it's kind of like a third person perspective, so it can't go that high. So we're going to drop down all that to 90. But now that we know that there is FOV, let's take a look at the other settings that we got on here. For the controller, we got the input. Obviously you can select the mouse, and it's kind of the same as Modern Warfare 2019 was, that when you input a mouse, it already detects it and it changes all the settings accordingly so you can select it. Here we're gonna go with the default one. That's the ones that I usually do switch, and I love flipping my L1 R1, so we're gonna go ahead and select that one as well. Controller vibration on. Trigger effect, I really don't mind this one. This is if you guys are playing on PlayStation 5, whenever you got like the special triggers. So if you want like the full haptics and stuff like that, again, I shoot with L1R1, so I don't really need it, but again, I'm just gonna leave it on as full haptics. For the sensitivity, we're gonna go for the one I was playing in Warzone, so we're gonna go with 9.9 sensitivity. And then we also have our ADS sensitivity multiplier. We don't have, it doesn't seem we have per zoom, which is what we did have in Warzone. Maybe that'll come later. And unfortunately, as you guys can see, it only goes up 0.1, so you can't move a specific one. So I'm gonna go 0.80 here. That's kind of like what I was running there. But here we got the sensitivity multiplier. Yeah, we don't have per scopes, which is something that I would like to see. Vertical aim axis, again, these ones we'll just leave it at that. As far as gameplay, aim down sight behavior, hold, automatic sprint, we were automatic tactical sprint, which is if you just move your controller forward, then that means that you will start moving forward. Equipment behavior on hold, we got weapon mount activation, interact, we're gonna go to tap to interact, or we'll probably go to tap to interact once Warzone 2 comes out, but probably just tap to reload that. Once you tap it, you'll start reloading. Armor plate behavior, obviously this is for Warzone, but we're gonna go instead like apply all. Obviously that is not in here. And here we go for keyboard and mouse. Obviously you guys can see here, you got like the aim down sight sensitivity and all that sort of stuff, again specifically for mouse players, which is something pretty cool. Next up, for the audio, we got an audio test. So if you play it, this is something that where you can hear sounds and stuff like that, just so you guys know what you know what setting to put. As far as the audio mix setting, we only have headphone bass boost, not like the other one which we had bass boost. We had boost and then boost low, boost high. This one we only seem to have the headphone bass boost. The master volume, again, I'm probably gonna do the same thing as Warzone, where I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. Then the music volume, obviously we don't really want to hear a lot of that, so we're dropping almost all the way down here to 8. We don't really want to hear that. Dialogue volume, we're going to drop it down to 50, and we don't really want to hear that much. FX volume, always hit it. Oh, hit marker volume, something pretty new here. I'm going to hit that at 100. Subtitles, I don't really want to hear subtitles or anything, don't want to see it, so all off right there. Voice chat on, voice chat device. Oh, you can actually select headset or speakers, but we're going to go select headset, obviously. Microphone test, we don't really need it. The threshold in case somebody's echoing or something like that. Auto connect channels, auto connect at a match start, so that's pretty cool. So if you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to log into any channels, anything like that, then that means you can just select it off. Mute yourself when connecting, that's something pretty interesting. Juggernaut music and hidden marker sounds, I'm gonna go with the classic. I always love the classic. And then the other one that we have here is interface, menu text size, all these subtitles in the background. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Again, I'm just gonna keep it all at 0. I don't really mind anything. The color customization, ooh, that's something pretty interesting. Look at this. We got the obviously the Delta Nopia, Tritanopia, all those different types of colors, but We also have color filter as well. That's pretty interesting. So filter 1, and you can select like the intensity of the colors and all that sort of stuff. So pretty interesting. A little bit more filters now going for the console people, which I love, because obviously before you could only select Deuteranopia and that's it. But now look at this, you can even select the arrows of your teammates and all that sort of stuff. So pretty interesting stuff right here. We're gonna leave it at none, and we'll probably play with it a little bit later, but that is something pretty interesting. Again, giving us more filters for our console people. And again, here always select square, you'll get more of your minimap rotation, all that. Go ahead and select on. And player names, full names, that's something pretty cool. You can have icon only, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. Telemetry, what the hell is this? Okay, so you can turn on like, ooh, okay, so you can have so you can see your FPS counter, your GPU temperature, all that sort of stuff. So kind of like even more like PC. So that is pretty interesting to see there. Again, we're just gonna have default connection meter off, tooltips, and then for the last one, account and network. Again, just we can have streamer mode and all that sort of stuff, text chat and proximity filter and all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. And yes, it is confirmed there is FOV for console. Again, I am playing on a PlayStation 5, so these are the next gen settings for the Modern Warfare 2. And like I mentioned before, we do have Warzone 2 in the same game, so I'm 99.9% sure that if it is here in multiplayer, it is going to be in Warzone 2 as well.